Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Year of the Batman. The two Batman episodes from the 1960 show today are um, The Puzzles Are Coming and The Duo is Slumming. So, the villain of these two episodes, he's called the Puzzler. And it's just kind of ridiculous to say because he's so similar to the Riddler. And there's also the Bookworm, who's also kind of Riddler esque. And I'm just like, why. But the deal with this guy is so he's really into puzzles, and he's also really, really into Shakespeare. Like, he speaks very Shakespearean. He always quotes Shakespeare. And also, he's, for whatever reason, really into aerodynamics. So, balloons, planes, helicopters, anything aviation related, he's all about. So, it's puzzles, Shakespeare, and aviation. So I'm just like, pick a lane, dude. You don't need that much going on. So it shows him and his cronies, and he's got a shot at Commissioner Gordon's office, and he like fires a. They call it a missile. It's literally just a toy jet. So he fires that in, and it like lets off a gas, and I at first I thought he was gonna like drug him and kidnap him, but it was just like a mild inconvenience. And they're like, "Oh my god, a bomb went off!" And it's just like there was no explosion, there was no flash. It just like shot up a little bit of red smoke. That was a mild inconvenience. Um, so anyway, so there's a puzzle on it, and they call Batman and Robin to come in. And at this time, Dick he's working on his bird calling um, like lessons or practice, which is I like this. Usually, when Batman and Robin are first seen in the episode, they're doing some kind of activity, and but this time it's was written into the story that'll play out later. So I've appreciated that. So Batman and Robin come in and they figure out the puzzle leads to like this really really super duper wealthy billionaire called Mr. Kanab. So they go to his apartment, and Mr. Kanab and the puzzler they're playing a game of Monopoly together, and Batman and Robin are like, "So what's going on, guys?" And Mr. Kanab's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm here with my buddy. We're just playing Monopoly. What more do you want from me?" And they're like, "Well, he's kind of a villain. Could you not?" And Mr. Kanab's like, "Oh, well, he introduced this like ingenious idea of like putting these puzzles on balloons." And I'm thinking, is that it? Just just put a puzzle or riddle on a balloon. That's it. And it's just like this big a balloon for I guess parties. And that's gonna help make him richer somehow. Because like this guy, he has his own aviation tycoon. I think it's like a sports tycoon. Like he owns several tycoons. He's a huge businessman. I think he could give Bruce a run for his money. Um, but anyway, so they go off because they're like, okay, just watch out because you know he's a villain, and if he bites you in the ass, that's on you. So fast forward, there's like an event of Mr. Kanab. He's debuting his like brand new jet, and they have like this christening ceremony for it. And I'll be honest, I only thought that was for ships when you hit the bottle on it, but I guess they also do that for planes and jets because he had a big wine bottle and he smacked it right on the nose. So I don't know. Maybe that's a thing. It's the first time I've ever seen anything like that. So who knows? So Mr. Kanab immediately leaves as soon as he christens it, which I'm like, why would you leave that party? That's kind of all about you, buddy. Like, it's for your invention. Where are you going? Um, and then the puzzler and his cronies come in and they give balloons to everybody. And then as soon as everybody gets a balloon, they pop balloons from everybody. And apparently the balloons were filled with this pausing gas. Like literally, just everybody just like that. I'm just like, my God, where are these villains getting these things that break physics? I swear. Um, so Batman and Robin they get there, and they get paused by his like balloon gas, and they leave a puzzle. God, I want to say riddle so badly because they are just fucking riddles, but they leave a puzzle balloon on Batman, and he figures out where they're heading next, and they go to their warehouse, and a big fight ensues, and they obviously lose, so they could go to the trap for the next episode. They lose because he has these like balloon or no like these jet needle dart guns, so he just literally just throws them at him, and that knocks him out. So his plan, he's tied them to a hot air balloon, and they tied him up real good. And as soon as it hits 20,000 feet, the basket will drop and they plunge to their deaths. Right beforehand, a henchman offers Batman and Robin some gum, and they're like, "No, no, thanks, we're good." And he like spits it on the ground, like in their basket. And Robin, he like in like the most vicious tone, he's like, "Litterbug!" I'm just like, calm down, dude. So that's how the episode ends. It's like, will Batman and Robin drop? Tune in next time. So it tunes in next time, and they're getting higher and higher. It's 19,000 feet, and they're like, oh, stuff that gum into the measurement thing so it won't register as at like 20,000 feet. So they do that, but they keep going higher, and this is probably my favorite way they've ever escaped a trap before. So they keep going higher and higher. They're like, well, now what? and, and I can't make this up. Batman's like, wait, look over there. It's the it's the large, red-chested, elusive bird. Like, just throw in a whole bunch of random bird words and then put that together. So apparently, this huge bird that's never existed before is migrating right now in Gotham City. So Robin uses his bird calls to lure him in to piss it off because they're a very aggressive bird. So the bird comes and it pecks like a hole in the balloon, and they're like slowly falling back to the earth, which thank God the bird didn't like do that big of a hole. Um, so they fall and they wind up in the middle of absolute nowhere. I mean, like literally nothing is around them. They're like up the state. They have nowhere to be found, and like a telephone emergency pole is like 20 feet from where they land. I'm like, God damn it, that's so stupid, and I absolutely love it. And the fact that they use this like elusive migrating bird to get out of their trap, it's so campy, and that's the camp I'm here for. I love that nonsense. It was so stupid, so dumb, and I love it. I love it. I love it. So fast forward, Batman and Robin, they go back to their hideout because they're like, "Hey, you didn't kill us, fuck!" And so like, "Oh, hey, initiate escape plan B." So he literally just drops down like 1,000 balloons on top of Batman and Robin, and they're just like, "What a mild inconvenience." They all get away. So then his plan is to use his henchwoman, who this one isn't. I don't want to be mean and say she wasn't attractive, but she wasn't young. I it's almost like it was like the puzzler's wife, but it wasn't, because she was kind of acting like a teen, but she was obviously 40 plus years old. I don't know. It was kind of weird. So her plan was to like wow this Mr. Canab and drug him in the process with like some tea. And I'm like, this is a very trusting billionaire just to let this random woman into his penthouse on the whim of nothing. So she drugs him, and the puzzler comes in, and he goes to his safe and like takes pictures of like I guess like the controls of the like the one super jet thing that he built, because he wants to understand how to fly it properly, because that's his plan overall. Also, when he did pause everything with the balloons, he did take pictures of the cockpit, which I assume there would be pictures of the cockpit in those like blueprint photos, but it's whatever. It doesn't really matter. So he leaves a puzzle on his chest for Batman to find. Um, which Batman and Robin, they get a call from Commissioner Gordon. They're like, hey, the puzzler, he left a clue for you to find. And it's basically, hey, go to Mr. Knab. So they go there. And on the way up, when they're climbing the building to Mr. Knab's apartment, they they do the guest star of or the guest cameo of the day, and it's fucking Santa Claus. Like it's like the legit Santa Claus, and Batman and Robin to agree to like give them the location of like the Bat Cave. I'm just like, what am I watching? This is so dumb. I love it. Um, so they go up to Mr. Knab's apartment. They find the clue on his chest, and basically like it's a code to a telephone number. So they call that, and he gives another puzzle, which like leads them to back to the hangar. And so it's just like they get the clue from Commissioner Gordon's office to go to Mr. Knab's apartment, to call this number, to call him, to go to the hangar. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, not even Riddler was this fucking like confusing. Like he might have had 2, 3 riddles the whole episode. And this guy is like, all right, I'll put you want a scavenger over here, then you have to follow this down. It's just like, shut the fuck up, dude. So they get to the hangar and they lock it down. Another fight ensues, and this time they win. Hurrah, hurrah! The day is saved. So rating this episode, I mean the villain, he brings it down way much, just because it was just a diet Riddler. And the Riddler is so good in this series to have like a cheap counterpart. It's just like it's like quality. The more you compare, the more outrageous it gets. But at the same time, you have that cameo of Santa Claus. You have the ridiculous way of them like beating the trap with the giant bird. So it's like the good and bad kind of weigh out each other. So I think I just have to give this like a solid 4 out of 7, just right down the middle. So not fantastic, not like terrible. There's just fine. Just the parts literally evened out. So what are you gonna do? Bye.